Hey everyone, my name is Michael, my pronouns are he, him, and it has been 22 years since I've opened up Pokemon cards. But here we are with all of these boxes and booster packs, and a lot of them still haven't even arrived yet.
A combination of 18 character boxes, 10s, ETBs, and 4 booster packs sit on a table.
So, you may be wondering,
A thought bubble of text appears over my head.
Michael, why have you ordered all these boxes and booster packs? Well, funny story that is, but I'm just going to open this one for now, which is Scarlet Violet Paradox Rift. It features Iron Valiant, which is a robotic form of Gallade from the future, a dinosaur with large crimson wings, a prehistoric form of Salamence, Roaring Moon. It also features Garchomp, terrestrialized water form with water swirling around it, and Armarouge. So let's get started and see what we get. And I'll just say that this is vastly different from my normal content that I produce, but I wanted to give this a try, and this is going to be slower paced than most other Pokemon unboxing or opening videos. Also, sorry not sorry if I slip into my audio describer voice. So, it comes with 6 packs, so I'm going to open up one of the Iron Valiant packs. Now, I playfully blame Enna for this, since I've been watching them open cards on their stream and talking about battling for a few streams now, and listening to them talk about Pokemon cards, and it has piqued my creative interests. So we have an Elekid, which is an electric type. Elekid is spelled Elekid. It has 30 health. Elekid is an egg-shaped Pokemon with 2 prongs, like the prongs that you stick into a light socket, and it has 2 large mallet-like arms and feet. It features a black lightning bolt on its chest and other black markings like rings around its arms and around its main body. The next card is Vanillish, which is an ice cream cone looking Pokemon. It has 90 HP and is spelled Vanillish. So Vanillish is an ice cream cone. The ice cream / frosting part is its face, and it has 2 little triangular ice cubes sticking out as arms, and it is in front of an open freezer. This next card is Ferroseed, Ferroseed. It has 70 HP and is a metal type. Ferroseed is basically like a metal egg. It's gray with segmented rings running around its body. It has little green eyes with a yellow iris and a black pupil, and it has cones of green spikes sticking off in various places around its egg body. And it looks like it's inside of a mossy enclosure. The next card is Gible, Gible. It is fighting type with 70 HP. Gible is a little shark with kind of a pointed snout. Its mouth is wide open with a few teeth on the sides. It also has little torpedo-looking objects on the side of its head, and it's sitting in a cave looking up out of a big opening like it's calling out to someone. The next Pokemon is Cyclizar.
Cyclizar.
It is a colorless with 120 HP. It's essentially like a motorbike. It looks like a lizard. It has a lizard face, kind of long. It has like an air sac on its throat that goes to its stomach that inflates like a wheel, and it's kind of hard to see here, but its tail actually rolls back to also form what looks like a wheel, and it has 2 arms and 2 legs that it runs on. It's also green, and it has these kind of red cheek sacs. The next Pokemon is Toedscruel, spelled Toedscruel. It is a leaf type with 120 HP. Toedscruel is a jellyfish looking Pokemon, but it's on land. So in this card, it's peeking out from a tree So it has what looks like a wide brim hat with, on the sides of the hat, 2 pink pouches, like a pink gem or a squishy pouch, kind of on the front, on its forehead area of the hat. It has eyes under it, and it has a long snout that looks kind of like a straw, and it has several tentacle-like arms. Our next card is Slither Wing. It is a fighting type with 140 HP, and it has a label called Ancient. So Slither Wings, Slitherwing, looks like a moth. It has a furry white body with little legs and arms. On its head, it kind of has these crescent moon shaped mandibles on its side, leading to its mouth. It has yellow eyes and 6 very large wings that look a little bit like flower petals, but also a fiery red and yellow. And it looks like it's in the middle flapping its wings, causing a large breeze. The next card is a reverse holographic. So the image of the Pokemon itself is not holographic. It's like the background of the main card is holographic, shiny. This is Flamigo, Flamigo. It is fighting type with 110 HP. It is a flamingo Pokemon, so it looks like a flamingo. It has a round pink body with a long neck and black and white beak. It has 2 large pink wings, and in the card, it is standing on one leg with its other leg bent, so it looks like it's kind of kicking its leg up and causing water to splash. We have another reverse holographic of Orbeetle, Orbeetle. It is leaf type with 130 HP. It looks like an angry ladybug. Its red wings are open. The wings are domed shaped, and they split in the middle and open, so they still have a little bit of curve to them. So what's visible are 3 circles on each wing that have like a hypnotic swirly pattern in them. Then it has its kind of butt body part, I don't know what it's called, kind of visible through the open wings. And its main body, it looks like it has its arms crossed, and it has 2 V-shaped antennae that look like angry eyebrows over its eyes, and it has kind of sharp pointy feet. Alright, our holographic card, which is the background of the image is holographic and the card border is also holographic. It is Milotic, Milotic. It is water type with 120 HP, and it is a long, slender, snake-looking Pokemon, but it's water. On its head, it has 2 long, thin, wispy eyelashes and these really long pink, like a pinkish maroon, eyebrows that also look like hair. It has kind of like a long, slender tan body, and towards the end, it has pink and blue scales and a fan-like tail tip. So this video originally started out as a parody video.
The parrot-like Chatot swoops in.
And I have text appear, which is spelled like parrot with a Y on it. Because I wanted to try out some effects and just some different editing styles for these opening and battle videos. But in order to do that, I needed cards. So here we are, $600 later.
A clip from Knives Out. Fran lies on the floor with a label. My wallet. Marta leans over Fran with a label. Enna.
You did this. Don't get away with this.
Cut 2.
I love that. I love that everyone is now buying Pokemon cards because of us.
So the second card pack is the Terrestrialized Garchomp. So our first card is Tinkatink. Tinkatink. It is Psychic with 70 HP. It is a small humanoid-looking Pokemon with a little tuft of hair like if you had long hair and you just pull it up in the middle to make like an apple stem. It has large, well, medium looking sized eyes, large pink cheeks, and a mouth that looks like one tooth. It has a large diamond shape on its stomach, and it is holding, I think it's a stone club that looks kind of like a rattle. And it is standing on a street with some houses and a long road in the distance. The next one is Charcadet.
Charcadet.
It is fire with 80 HP. Charcadet looks like a small, knight-looking Pokemon with a helmet on that's front is black and the back is a fiery red and orange, and it has a small plume of red, pink, and blue fire jutting out the back like a feather. And it is pounding the ground with its fist. It's humanoid, and it has like black arms and legs with kind of like a fiery body. And as it's punching the ground, flames are erupting out of its other fist and around the impact point. The next card is a Flittle.
Flittle.
It is psychic with 50 HP, and it looks like kind of like a round tissue box. Imagine taking a round lollipop and you put Kleenex over it. There are several layers of Kleenex over this, so it's that round shape with the frills. So its body is yellow and its undercolor is like a purpley pink, and then under that is orange, and two little feet stick out. It has two large teal eyes with 3 eyelashes. It has purple lips and a purple triangle on its forehead, and it has 2 white tissue pigtails. And it is floating in a lobby with purple banners. Right, next card is a dark type. Trubbish! So Trubbish. Trubbish. It is dark type with 70 HP. It looks like a sad trash bag just kind of lying in the corner. So it's like a green trash bag, and its ears are when you tie the bag, and you may have like little flaps that you can pick up. And it has these kind of tentacle-y arms that stick out from the bag, like trash bursting out. It has a large mouth and 2 sad-looking eyes because its eyelids are kind of droopy. The next card is a trainer card. So this is a trainer card. It is an item called Counter Catcher. It looks kind of like a Ray Blaster, so kind of like an egg-like body with a handle and a trigger, and it has kind of like a cone angled outward with a little antenna in the middle of the cone. So the effect is you can use this card if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Alright, the next card is Masquerain.
Masquerain.
Masquerain is a leaf type with 100 HP. My closest thing is it looks kind of like a moth, but not really. It's a bug with a large teardrop shaped head, so it's like a teardrop, and then it has like the pointy part of the teardrop is an antenna, and it looks like it has a large smiling face with fangs, so it's like half oval that looks like it's smiling, and on the sides it has 2 small like white eyes, so they could either be eyes or look like teeth, because its main wings are also like a circle that's cut in half that look like big eyes. It has kind of like a dark spot, like a dark half circle, then a white half circle, and like reddish pink on the outer edge with white lines that look kind of like eyelashes. It has a small like round body and 4 other little small transparent wings. And here it looks like it's flying around a diamond cave with a metallic hideout entrance in the background. So the next card is Pokemon Tool. It's a trainer card. Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, and it has a title, Ancient. It looks like a cylinder with thick ends that are a fiery yellow-orange with triangles that point into the middle. The center of the cylinder looks like it opens by spinning open, and it has like what looks like a gem, or it could be like an energy core that you can see through the metallic doors that is swirling purple and blue energy. And this capsule looks like it's exploding out of rocks. So its effect is the ancient Pokemon this card is attached to gets plus 60 HP, recovers from all special conditions, and can't be affected by any special conditions. Our next Pokemon, which is a reverse holo, is Tandemas. Tandemas. It is colorless with 40 HP. The card are 2 small white mice, very cartoonish looking, so this applies to both of them. It has a round head with 2 large round ears that kind of are reminiscent of a certain mascot, and they have 2 large fists and a tail. Oh, and they have 2 beady black eyes and a small black nose. So here, one looks like it's talking to the other one, and the one that's being talked to kind of has one hand looking like it's resting on its face. And they're sitting in grass in front of what looks like a sewer door opening. So this next card is Wimpod. Wimpod. It is a water type with 70 HP. And it looks like, I want to say, a scuttlefish. It's flat with different segments, and it has kind of like a crescent moon shaped purple mustache, but it's not like a mustache, that's just kind of its crescent moon shape that sticks out from its mouth and curves backwards, and I think it's solid. It also has 2 purple antennae that look like eyebrows, 2 yellow eyes, and its tail is like 4 points, like a fan. And this Wimpod is sitting on a piece of land looking out over the ocean. All right, now time for the holographic Pokemon, Porygon Z. It is colorless with 150 HP. This Porygon Z looks like an angry duck. It's kind of like one of those ducks that you can put on a cup and tap it, and it'll dip its head like rhythmically into the water. But this duck is angry. So it has a round head with like a spike pointed up. It has like a rounded blue beak. Its yellow eye has like rings in it and a black pupil, and its eyelid is kind of curved downward. Its body is egg-shaped, that's mainly pink, with like a blue ring around it, and it has 2 blue wings that are like ovals that are jutting out, and then it has like, I don't know if it's a foot or a tail that's also blue that is coming off the back, and it is like flying at you from this card because like there's wind lines moving in the back of it, and it just looks like it's speeding towards you. All right, so I just moved 1 card from the back to the front, which should be the energy. So this is a fighting energy. So we have Wiglet, Wiglet. It is water type with 60 HP. The art in this one is interesting. I don't know my artist, but it looks like picnic painting because it looks like it's a whole bunch of like stippled dots in different colors to form the image. So Wiglet is a long, snaky looking hot dog with a round pink nose and 2 beady black eyes. And I say hot dog because it's long and kind of thick, and it's sticking out of a, I guess it's supposed to be like ground that it's kind of sticking out of. And I think it's underwater because there's like a coral anemone and some seaweed kind of waving in the breeze, not in the breeze, like waving in the water in the background. And it's really colorful too. There are a lot of pinks and yellows and greens and blues used in this. Ooh, it's a Jirachi. So Jirachi, Jirachi. It is metal, and its HP is 70. So Jirachi looks like a small stuffed animal, kind of. It has a large white head, a little body that looks kind of like a dress, and it has 2 little arms. Its eyes are black ovals with little triangles that come down from each eye, and it has a nice wide open smiley face. Jirachi wears like a big yellow star shaped hat, but it only has like a top point and then the arms of the star, and there are little teal rectangular talisman papers that are kind of floating in the breeze. Jirachi has, they're not really wings, but it's like, when you wear a scarf and you sometimes let it fall, it has 2 like long yellow tails like that, and it looks like it's floating on the breeze in the night sky. There's wisps of yellow energy flying from behind Jirachi over trees. Gimmighoul, Gimmighoul. It is psychic with 70 HP. So Gimmighoul is like a small, flat paper doll that's gray. It looks also like an alien, so it's humanoid shaped but small and flat. It looks like it's wearing large round glasses, but the glass is yellow for its eyes, and then the glasses shape are outlines around its eyes and over its nose. It also has a small little smile, and it's in a treasure chest popping out of gold coins. So the chest is opening and it's popping out, and it looks like it's in a forest. And the Gimmighoul is also as it's popping out, it's throwing coins at you. Alright, the next card is a supporter card, Trainer, Parasol Lady. So it's a young woman with a short black bob cut, wearing a bright yellow raincoat, holding a bright red umbrella over her head as it's raining, and it looks like she's on a walk kind of in a forest, but it may not actually be a forest because there are just trees and bushes around her. So the effect is shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 4 cards. If you go second and it's your first turn, draw 8 cards instead. Alright, we have another Cyclizar. Alright, we have a trainer card supporter, Professor Turo's Scenario, with a label Future. This features, I say, an older man, middle age, maybe in his 40s, early 50s. He is in a skin-tight, I want to say it may be leather, purple, bodysuit with glowing purple markings, and he wears a white lab coat. He has short, slick-backed hair with a beard and mustache. I don't know why I tilted the card, thinking it would move the shadow from his face, but he also has narrow square eyes and eyebrows, and he has a stern expression. So the effect is, put one of your Pokemon in play in your hand, discard all cards attached to that Pokemon. Alright, so the next card is a Mienshao, or Mienshao, Mienshao. It is a fighting type with 100 HP. So Mienshao, I want to say, looks like a weasel with long, not necessarily long flowing robes, but it's when you put it on an oversized bathrobe or jacket, and the sleeves go over your hands, but these are extra long sleeves that in its position it looks like it's just whipping about. It also looks like it's kind of wearing parachute pants because they're kind of thicker around the knees, and it has a tail on its face. It kind of has a slender pointy face with, I want to call them whiskers that kind of stick off from its cheeks. That looks like a mustache, I guess. The next one is Volcanion, Volcanion. It is fire type with 130 HP. And this is also a reverse holographic. So Volcanion is kind of like a turtle. It has a large, pointed, almost Hershey kiss-shaped middle shell with, it's not clear here, but in other art, there is basically a ring that comes kind of from the upper point of the shell and goes around, and it has electrical blue rings that go around it and little dots in between those ring segments, and vents that spew out steam. Volcanian's main body is a crimson red, and it has yellow diamond-shaped shiny stones running around its lower region of its shell. I believe it has 4 legs, only 2 of which are visible, and the front legs are large with yellow talons. Its head looks like a knight's mask, so it's very sharp and angular, and its underjowl is yellow, almost looking like a beard with sharp jagged points on it, and it has sharp pointed ears. And it's spewing smoke, obscuring the background. Reverse shiny Qianpao, CHIEN-PAO, which is water type with 120 HP. Looks like a long saber-toothed tiger cat. It has a long white body with icy blue, and they could also be like icy shards, patterns running down its back, some in like a jagged line, and some are just like diamond shapes running down its body. It has blue eyes and like a snout, so its main snout kind of has 2 white jagged like teeth looking things coming down, and on the sides of its upper mouth it has like ice shards jutting out. For its main fangs, it has 2 pieces of a broken sword, so the hilt and part of like the long part of the sword is jutting up into one side of its cheek, and then the other half, like the rest of the long sword and the tip, is coming out the other half, or the other side. And this Qianpao is in mid-leap, pouncing down onto like an icy formation, and ice shards are like flying up as it lands. Alright, and the last card is Garganacl. Garganacl. It is a fighting type with 160 HP, so Garganacl is a large, blocky Pokemon. It has really thick, square, that kind of angle upward like a pyramid, but they're really thick feet going into a body that also looks kind of like a pyramid. Part of the pyramid shape is like these 2 broad shoulder pads that have thick arms that are like its legs extending out, and one hand is kind of reaching out, and it has like 3 fingers. Its head is its body is really small, kind of hidden by these massive pyramids, and its head, it looks like it has a large jaw with 2 little blocks sticking out like teeth. Looks like it has a thick brow and a large squarish point jutting out from the top of its head, and it looks like it's in a cave, and it looks like rock, and it has like these little white diamonds scattered about, because I think this Pokemon is like salt, so I'm assuming those are like salt diamonds. So the first card is Panpour, Panpour, water with 70 HP. Panpour is a monkey Pokemon with a yellow body and face, but it also looks like it has, I guess, kind of like a mask or hood on that's blue, so it makes its big ears blue, and it also has, it's not quite like a crown, but that's kind of what it is, that is jutting out from its head. It looks kind of like a stalk of broccoli sticking out from its head, but instead of like leaves, it's blue balls encircling it, kind of looking like a water fountain spout going off. And so this Panpour it's drawn in a cartoon way. It is looking up at a leaf that is dripping water, and Panpour kind of has a little smile on its face, and it's also standing kind of by a river or a body of water that has kind of rocks circling around it. So it looks like it may be from like a garden. All right. Ooh, Blitzel, Blitzle. It is electric with 60 HP. So Blitzel is a zebra, which is like a horse, and its mane is electricity, like a lightning bolt that's yellow that is sticking up. Its body is black, and it has these white stripes that are kind of shaped like lightning bolts. And its little tail is also shaped like a lightning bolt, and it's white, and it has like from the knee or elbow area of its legs onto its little hooves are also white. And in this one, there's like little electricity sparking around Blitzel, and the art is really cool on it. So Blitzel is kind of looking back at us with its yellow and blue eyes, and it looks like there's a grain silo or something slightly in the distance, and like mountains in the background, and it looks like there's shooting stars flying through the sky. But what I really like about this card is it looks like one of those like inverted sketch pads. So the in air quotes paper is black, and as you sketch on it, it reveals colors. So it's just kind of the way the colors contrast with the thick black outlines of the image, and how they're kind of streaky look really cool. So the next one is Bounsweet.
Bounsweet.
It is Leaf with 60 HP. Bounsweet looks kind of like a cherry, so it's like a cherry round shape that's pink at the bottom of it, a white frilly kind of dress peeking out from its body, or like a weirdly shaped popcorn kernel that didn't pop all the way, where it is still round, but then you have like these weird like flowery parts sticking out, and it has little pink feet. It has yellow, like small round yellow eyes, and it kind of has its mouth in a round O shape, like it's interested, and its hair, in air quotes I guess, are petals that look kind of like a hat, and it has a little green stem. And this Bounsweet looks like it's in the lobby or the library of a building, because there are large arches and you can see books in the distance, and a little computer on a desk. Phoebus! Phoebus, Feebas, water type, HP 30. Phoebus is a fish. In the anime, it's kind of known as the ugly fish because its main body is like this kind of crusty brown, like rock texture. Its eyes are round, but they're kind of sunken in, and it has big round lips. Its top fin is kind of skeletal, so it's like it kind of forms like an H, but the top parts of the H are a little bit shorter. It has little blue fins, and its back tail is also blue. It looks kind of like crusty and not like a pretty fan. And this Phoebus, it looks like it's kind of giving us a side eye as it swims. It looks like it's in a cave. I don't know if it's like a cave opening or just like a little bit deeper into the cave, but in the distance there's some seaweed. All right, the next card is a trainer card. It is Pokemon Tool, Technical Machine, Devolution. It's basically like a pink CD with pink energy swirling in the background. The Pokemon this card is attached to can use the attack on this card. You still need the necessary energy to use this attack. If this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your turn. Devolution costs 1 colorless energy. Its effect is de-evolve one of your opponent's evolved Pokemon by putting the highest stage evolution card on it into your opponent's hand. Alright, our next card is Explode. 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 Colorless, 160 HP. Explode. How to describe it? Its main body is all purple. So in this card, it's using an attack. So its mouth is wide open. So its upper half of its head, so like from its upper jaw up, it looks like it has a crown of 5 stacks. That looks like a splayed hand, have a purple base and yellow tips. It has narrow red eyes and I guess whiskers jutting off from its cheeks that are also like these stacks that are purple with a yellow tip. And it has 2 large squarish teeth on its upper jaw And then its mouth is open so you can see whatever that little dangly bit in the back of your throat is, and its tongue. And on its bottom jaw, it also has 2 large squarish teeth. Its body is kind of hidden because its mouth is opened up very large, but its body is purple, and it looks like it has a yellow ring somewhere on its stomach or its neck area. It has 2 arms and hands. The upper arm is really skinny, but it, like, from the lower arm to its fingers, looks like it has on like a large glove kind of plating, and it has kind of like large haunch feet with 3 white clawed toes. So its mouth is open, so radial energy is emitting from its mouth, and the ground is kind of exploding up behind it. All right, the next card is a trainer card, Mela. Mela is a thin, pale woman with kind of like, so she has like flaming red hair that's 2-layered. So the underlayer is a chin-length bob, and it looks like she has a hat, but it's her hair that kind of splays on top, and she has a yellow cowlick that sticks up and kind of falls forward, and her hair kind of looks like a flower in a sense, because you have that cowlick that looks kind of like the inside of the flower, the piston, I think, and then kind of emanating out from that cowlick is a little bit of yellow, but her main hair is red. She wears kind of like an oily black bodysuit because it's very skin tight, so she has like these skin tight gloves that kind of look like flames going kind of up to her shoulders. Her shoulders and upper chest are exposed. As part of her outfit, she has these kind of flowy, one shoulder like in a diamond shaped pattern that just kind of hangs over the black part of her outfit. She has like a really thick chain link choker on that has like a orange band through it, and that same design is on her belt. She's standing in front of a star base. There's a star flag in the background, and her arms are crossed. She only has 1 sleeve, so one arm has a sleeve, the other arm has like cuff, I guess, on the upper half, but then the rest of her arm is blank and her arms are crossed. So this card effect is, you can use this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Attach a basic fire energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you do, draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. Alright, we got a reverse holographic Chardette. So even in this one, it's still punching the ground. So the next card is, it's a full art holographic Snorunt. So full art is the entire card is the art, and it's also holographic. So Snorunt, Snorunt, it's a water type with 60 HP. So pretty much the whole card is a snowy landscape, and there are a few like tree bases that are seen, and Snorunt is like a little triangular Pokemon that has like a hooded cape, you know, like when you're wearing your blanket and you pull it over and you hold it. That's kind of what Snorunt is doing, except its entire body is also its head. It has little black ball hands and little feet, and this Snorunt is kind of leaning back like it slid down a slope because it's kind of in a long, I don't want to call it a crater, but it's like in a long kind of ditch, and it wears a large smile on its face, and instead of its eyes being open, they're like little upside down U's as it's smiling. So it's really cute. All right, and the last card is a holographic Morpeko. Morpeko, Morpeko. It is dark type with 70 HP. In general, Morpeko has 2 forms. This is, I want to call it the hungry form. It's a small, like, mousy Pokemon with large ears, and this one has a real angry face on it because it's hangry, so its normally round eyes are kind of narrowed. It has like an upside down crescent mouth because it's gritting its teeth, and it has round pink cheeks. And so this mousy Pokemon has these kind of gray areas on its body and also purple on it. And it is eating some type of berry. It looks like it's in like a dark forest, sitting in some bushes. All right, I have 2 more packs to go. So our first card is Vanillite. Vanillite. It is water type with 60 HP. So this is also an ice cream Pokemon. So it's just 1 ice cream. Its head is like the 1 scoop. And it has a little like swirl on top, either like what you would do with whipped cream or at a soft serve machine. Its cone is an icy blue. Its eyes are large. So like the main part of the eye is like the icy blue, and it has a purpley irises, and it has 2 little like diamond ice cubes on the sides of its head. And in this image, it looks like it's just kind of sitting on a rock in a cave, and it's just blowing out icy air. Ooh, we have an alternate art Chardet. So Chardet, Charcadet, fire type, 60 HP. So instead of an action pose, this Chardet, I want to say it's a sassy pose. So its body is pointed in one direction, and its head is kind of turned towards us slightly, but it's kind of giving us a side eye. So it still has like the armored mask that is black up front. Crimson flames are kind of emerging from its eye. The pink and blue flame is still on the back of its head like a feather, but it's kind of standing in a power pose with its feet slightly spread out and its arms by its side, but in like what I assume would be its fists. Yellow fire is wafting off of its elbow upper arm region as it stands on this road. There are mountains in the distance and a body of water. So the next card is Swablu.
Swablu.
It is colorless, HP 50. So Swablu is like a bird. It has a round egg-shaped body that's blue. They're not antenna, but they're kind of like antenna, but it's also like a cowlick, but up front on its head. So it's like a cowlick that splits in 2 that is on the front of its head. It has a white beak, small round eyes, little talon feet, and a blue tail, but its wings are like white fluffy clouds. And this Swablu is flying over a rocky area. So there's some rocks and like some desert sand, but then in the distance there's some green foliage. All right, the next Pokemon is Pansear. Pansear, Pansear. It is fire type with 70 HP. Pansear is also a monkey Pokemon. It has a yellow body, so its head is yellow, and then from the nose up is orange or red. It's like big like oval shaped ears that are red, but the inside of the ear is yellow, and it has, I want to call it like a pompadour, but I don't think that's what it is. But it has like what would be its, in air quotes, hair is shaped like a flame that kind of sits on its forehead. So its body, even though it's yellow, it kind of looks like it's wearing a yellow vest and then red pants, and its arms or hands are yellow. Pansear is kind of like charging or skipping towards us as like volcano lava is running down the side of a volcano. The next card is Pokemon Tool Trainer. Defiance Vest. It looks like a tactical vest with pouches up front, the shoulder straps, and red and white striped belt to hold it together. And it looks like there's an explosion going on in the background. Cool vests don't look at explosions. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, the Pokemon this card is attached to takes 40 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon after applying weakness and resistance. Alright, this is Durant, Durant. It is metal and has 70 HP. So Durant is a large metal ant. It has a head with antennae with little balls on them and mandibles, I guess, on its front. And its eyes are like a reddish orange. And it has 2 body segments, and its head and 2 body segments are coated in metal. And it has little legs. I think it has 3 on each side. And so this Durant, it's standing over something as its mandibles are kind of indicating that they're moving. It kind of looks like it's on a piece of chocolate, but I think that's just because the leaves and little mushrooms makes it look like a candy bar, but I think that's just a plank of wood. Alright, this is a trainer card, Pokemon tool, technical machine, Turbo Energize. It's a silver CD disc or DVD that looks like it's being thrown because there are speed lines around it. So, the effect is, the Pokemon this card is attached to can use the attack on this card. You still need the necessary energy to use this attack. If this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your turn. The attack is Turbo Energize, cost 1 colorless energy. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your bench Pokemon in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. So, we have a reverse holo Joltik. Joltik. It is electric type with 40 HP. Joltik, based on the name Jolt and Tick, so it's like a tick, but it's also not like a tick. It's kind of also like a spider, but not. It's like a fuzzy yellow spider with big round blue eyes with a black pupil. It has 2 front arm leg things and 2 back legs. Again, it's like a fuzzy spider that's yellow. And this Joltik, it's like in a berry bush. So there are lots of green leaves and like these blue round ball berries surrounding it. And it's eating one of them. And the blueberries match its eyes. So this is Tatsugiri. It is a dragon type with 70 HP. It looks kind of like a small whale, but I don't think that's what it is. It's like a fish. So this particular Tatsugiri is a reverse holo. It's like a salmony pink color. Again, I think it's kind of giving us a side eye, but it's not really a side eye. It's like an inquisical, I'm gonna beat you up kind of look, because one eye is wide open, the other eye is kind of squinted, and the way it's posed is one of its, in air quotes, arms or hands, fins, I guess, is placed down on the rock it's sitting on, and the other one is kind of up in the air. Again, it doesn't have fingers, so it's just kind of up in the air, but it's almost like it's pointing at you like you. So it looks like it's in a body of water, like a pond or a lake, sitting on a rock. It has a white underbelly, and there are rocks in the background. Little waterfalls are flowing down. All right, the last card is a holographic Armarouge EX.
Armarouge.
This Armarouge is wearing armor, so it has kind of like that front knight headpiece, kind of like a motorcycle helmet, I guess, where it's like you can flip up the front or flip it down. So in this case, it's flipped up. I can't really tell, but it looks like that small little feathery thing is now like a plume of flames coming out from the back of its head. This Armarouge is red and yellow, and so like the under part of its helmet, they're like a spike coming out, one on each side. Its base is red and like the tip area is yellow. I can't really tell what's really going on because the holograph, the shining nature makes it kind of hard to see, but it looks like it has its arms together forming a cannon and it's launching a fireball. All right, and the last pack. Oh. All right, our first card is Yamask. Yamask. It is psychic. That has 70 HP. Okay, so Yamask is kind of like this. It's kind of like a circle, but it's not flat. It has like some kind of oval shape to it, but it's still relatively flat when like you're looking straight at it. We're looking at it kind of from a side angle because it's flying. Well, we're only seeing one large red eye with a black pupil, but the eye, while it's kind of like round shaped, there's a little red circle also attached to the eye that kind of looks like a teardrop of blood. It has like a forward hook that looks maybe like a faux hawk, and it's not a beak, but its like nose is kind of curved down, and it has 2 arms, one on each side, and in this, it kind of looks like it's almost making a fist, but not quite a fist. It's like when you close your hands, but not all the way. And it has a tail coming out from its back, and it carries like a golden face mask, like a full Halloween style face mask that is oval shaped, that has like etchings of eyes, nose, and kind of like a frowning mouth. It's not like a full sad upside down U. It's just kind of like a long upside down U. So in this case, this Yamask is kind of flying through maybe a canyon because there are like walls of rock jutting up, but you can still see like blue skies. Our next Pokemon is Spinda. Spinda, Spinda. It is colorless with 80 HP. So Spinda is kind of like a rabbit. So it has a round face with large floppy like ears that pop off of it. Its eyes are swirly lines, and in its ears are also swirly lines. Its body is kind of round. It has small arms and legs, and the coloring of Spindas are usually like, its main body is like this tannish white, and each Spinda has distinct markings in red. So this one has various red dots over its body. All right. Our next one is Tinkatink. So we've already gotten a Tinkatink, but this one is different. So Tinkatink, Tinkatink, Psychic, 60 HP. So this Tinkatink, well, it still has its large pink head, little apple knot hairstyle, diamond on its body. It's not like holding its mallet up. It's kind of like it's dragging it, and it's in one hand, and its other hand is kind of on its face, like it's pondering because it may be lost, because the background is in a cave with shimmering minerals of pink, blues, and greens around. All right, our next card is another Tandemaus. But again, this one is different. So Tandemaus, Tandemaus, colorless, HP 30. So again, they're white mice with large round ears that look like another mouse mascot. They have little hands and feet and a tail. So these two Tandemice look like they're in a kitchen because there's like an oven and shelves with different ingredients on them in the background. And one is holding like a small like pearl, and the other one looks like it's throwing up a shiny bottle cap into the air. And both the mouths are open wide, like in shock or excitement. But one Tandemouse's mouth is open really big, but you see both of their like one little front tooth as they're kind of like dancing and running through this kitchen. This is a duplicate technical machine de-evolution. It's a reverse holographic Plusle. 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 It is electric with 70 HP. So this is also a mouse-like Pokemon. It has a round head. So its main body is all yellow. So its head is yellow and its body is yellow. Like Pikachu, it has round cheeks, but Plusle has little yellow plus signs in the middle of its red cheeks. It has round black eyes, and this one has an open mouth, like an open mouth smile. It has long, I'm going to call them like rabbit-like ears because they're long, but because it's a mouse, they're just long ears that are red. It has what looks like little red gloves on its hands, but they're not gloves. It's just like it's marking. For a tail, it has part of a plus sign on it, and it's red. And this Plusle is sitting on a telephone pole, and it also looks like this Plusle is waving at someone because one of its hands is raised. Our next card is Octillery, reverse hollow. Octillery, Octillery. Octillery is a water type with 110 HP. This Octillery is really cool. So Octillery is like a basic red octopus with yellow suckers on its end, and it has like a little snout, I think, kind of like a water gun blaster. But what's cool about this Octillery card is it looks like a clay figurine that has its kind of bazooka-like head and its tentacles, like it's leaning again on a rock, and one tentacle is like scratching its eye or like pulling it down, almost making like that where you stick out your tongue kind of face, but it doesn't have a tongue. But yeah, so like I was saying, what makes this cool is it looks like they made a clay octillery and put it in a real location, so it looks like it's a photograph. All right, and our last card is PeachyAenne. We've already pulled a non-holographic version of it. This is just a holographic version of it. Still really cool, though. So anyway, y'all, this was the Scarlet Violet Paradox Rift. If you like this, let me know. If you have literally any feedback on my descriptions, are they too descriptive? Do you want to hear more about the cards? Because I've eliminated talking about the moves and all the extra information on them. Do you want more or less description? I will always do description. That's non-negotiable, but how much? I can modify that. And I mentioned Anna earlier. If you'd like to watch their Pokemon unboxing and maybe battles, you can check out their YouTube channel, PeachyAenne, PeachyAenne, or on Twitch at Stumped Gamers, StumptGamers. So until next time, see ya.